What's going on, guys? It's your boy Zach Goy back at it again with another video. In this video, I'm going to be addressing a question I received from someone regarding feeling and do I need to feel any type of way in order to manifest? Now, before I get started with this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, hit that little notification bell so you know when my videos come out, and hit the like button so that people that wouldn't normally be able to see this video are able to see it. It does something to the YouTube algorithm. I'm still learning about that stuff. I don't really understand, but it would be really helpful to me. So, without further ado, let's talk about manifestation and feeling. So, the question was, do I need to feel any kind of way in order to manifest? And I think a lot of people approach this from the perspective of, do I need to feel good? Do I need to raise my vibe, right? Do I need to raise my vibration, get into this really good feeling state so that I'm attracting the things that I want to attract, so that I'm in that position of receiving or whatever it is. So I'm gonna come at this from a couple different angles, and there is gonna be a short answer at the end that I'll just kind of hit you with, but I wanna give you some background first because I think that just giving you an answer isn't really as helpful as if I were to explain these different angles and my philosophy and different philosophies regarding this stuff, right? So I think the philosophy around feeling and raising your vibration is an important one to understand because for a lot of people, they think that you have to force yourself into this receiving state, right? This state of gratitude, of super positive energy, super high vibes in order to get what you want. And I think that there's a convoluted understanding as to why that works, but fundamentally, we all strive to get things in order to feel a certain way, right? So the reason you want that Lamborghini is because you'd feel like a freaking badass driving it around. The reason you want $1 million is because it's gonna make you feel this sense of freedom, this sense of maybe importance, but for me, when I think receiving $1 million, I think freedom. I don't have as much obligation because I can whatever debts I might have, I can just pay off my debts. Whatever, simple material items I want, I can just easily go out and buy. Wherever I want to go, I could just travel there, no problem. I can get a hotel, Airbnb, no problem. I got $1 million, man. So there's a feeling associated with that thing. But that said, a guy who has $1 million probably feels sad sometimes, probably gets pissed off sometimes, probably acts reactionary and does stupid things that they don't want to do sometimes, even though they have that $1 million. Somebody who's driving a Lamborghini is probably going to cry their way home in a Lamborghini at some point, right? Because that's the car that they have. They're probably going to break down and whatever it is, man, they're going to have life events happen to them despite having that material object. So when it comes to vibration and feeling, it's not, I think a lot of people are approaching it from this perspective of I got to feel good, right? I need to really just feel good all the time in order to get what I want. And here's the reality. You're not gonna feel good all the time even if you have those things, right? Just because you have that specific person, just because you get with that ideal partner, you're not just gonna be feeling super good all the time with them. So when it comes to manifestation, there's really only two things that you have to do. Number one, you have to know what you want. And the more specific you can be, the better. I think a lot of people have this perspective I'm gonna try to keep it slightly ambiguous in general so that I'm not disappointed when I don't get exactly what I want. Well, you're not gonna get exactly what you want if you don't know exactly what you want and you don't decide on that exact thing, right? So, in my opinion, be as specific as possible. If you want a specific person, boom, that's pretty specific. If you want a boyfriend, right, and you have these qualities that you want in that boyfriend, define those qualities. Make sure you really know what those qualities are and it's not just, I want a boyfriend. Because you could pull off a boyfriend, but he might be a giant abusive piece of shit that makes your life extremely toxic. You got your boyfriend, but you actually don't want that guy because he's making your life worse, right? So you gotta be specific. And beyond that, once you know exactly what you want, you have to have faith. You have to have faith that it's gonna come. I mean, there's all these techniques regarding affirmation, regarding visualization, who's the guy? Neville Goddard has a lot of techniques like revision and living in the end or whatever it is. Living in the end is the best thing that I can kind of sum all this up with. It's just having faith, right? It's just believing without a shadow of a doubt that it's already yours. And that way you don't obsess over it all the time. That way you're not constantly thinking about it and constantly holding on to it, grasping it it's you're trying to beat your doubts, but you still have doubts. That's why you're holding on to it and gripping onto it so hard. So with those two things in mind, knowing what you want and releasing it to faith and being like, it's already mine. It doesn't matter what I do because it's already mine. It's like I already have it. Once you kind of really adopt that philosophy of it's already in my being, it's already part of my journey. It's just about that bridge of incidents that's gonna get me to that point. Once you understand that, like, it's not about feeling a certain type of way as much as it is about recognizing that your feelings are just helping you to navigate to that thing. Does that make sense? So, for example, say that I want a thriving business. Say that I want a business that's gonna generate me $100,000 a month. I have to believe that that is already on my journey. There's basically nothing that I could do until I decide that I want something else that's contrary to that. There's nothing that I can do that's gonna divert me from that path. Now, the feelings are what are helping me to navigate better, right? If I'm gonna get there whether I struggle or I flow, the feelings are just helping me to realize, hey, there's an easier way to do this. There's an easier way to flow to this end. And so when people ask, do I have to feel a certain type of way? The answer is no. You don't have to feel anything at all. It's what do you want to feel? On that journey, what is it that you want to exude? Do you want to be exuding more positivity? Do you want to be exuding more love energy, more abundant energy? Do you want to be laughing more? Just loving life more? That's all you gotta know, right? When you feel bad, when you feel sad, when you feel depressed, when you feel angry, when you feel stressed out, all these things are just indicators telling you that you're doing something wrong, that something's not working out 100%. So if you can look at your emotions as a guidance system, Abraham Hicks talks about this a lot. Your emotions are just a guidance system. That's it. They're not hijacking you. They're not throwing you off course. Like, just because you feel bad today doesn't mean your manifestation's gone. Maybe it means it's a little further away. But this is all a journey. Don't beat yourself up, There's a really common misconception that if you want to manifest something and you start feeling bad, that it's just gone, right? That you screwed up and you have to restart completely. It's not the case. I highly recommend that all of you read a book called Reality Transurfing by a guy named Vadim Zeland. And he basically just talks about how life is like a web, right? The journey is like a web. At any point, you take a direction that's gonna move you off in some other direction. But if you assume that what it is that you want is already on your path, everything you're doing is taking you to that place, right? It's just about you deciding if you want to do it from a place of ease or a place of challenge. So I know that this was a lot of information and it was kind of convoluted, and so if you guys want more information on this stuff, drop a comment below and I will definitely make more videos to kind of add more clarity, just to add more information that you can just kind of absorb and understand it better, because I think sometimes it really helps to just hear things 100 million times in different ways. That's why a lot of us just kind of watch the same YouTubers over and over again, because we already know, like, fundamentally what to do and what the points are, but it just helps to have it reiterated in different ways. So if that's helpful for you guys, drop a comment and I'm happy to make more videos like this. But until next time, if you have any questions or want any help with this stuff, you can email me, you can drop a comment, I will respond. I also offer one-on-one coaching, so that's an option you have as well. And without further ado, guys, subscribe to my channel and I will make more videos in the future. And I hope you all have a great day. Much love. Talk to you soon. Bye.